Hello my dear Libra, this is your love and spirituality reading for the month of July with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I will come back with every other weekly readings or mid-month readings again in August, but this reading will be only for the month of July or the whole month of July. Okay, so I used the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, and I will start shuffling your cards. And I call the Divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Libra viewers. So I want my dear Libras to have love in their lives, and I want them to have loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I also want to take the chance to tell you 2 6s and 2 7s falling out. I also want to take the chance to tell you that the Sun, here you have Libra also, Justice. The Sun will be in Cancer at the start of the month. More 6s wants to show themselves. You can see this 6 of Wands, Knight of Coins, 10 of Coins. So I'm not going to tell you the interpretation because I'm getting too confused. So the Sun will be in Cancer at the start of the month. Join that together with Mercury and Mars. Venus will be in Taurus. And July 5, Mercury transit over to Leo and Venus moves from Taurus to Gemini. July 9, we will have the full moon in Capricorn, and July 21st, Mars and Sun will transit over to Leo. July 23rd, we will also have the new moon in Leo. Mercury and Moon moves into Virgo, July 25th. Venus moves into Cancer, July 31st. And for you, Libra, we have Jupiter still moving direct in Libra, and the month starts with Moon in Libra and ends with the Moon in Libra. It will pass again 28 till 29 of July, something like that. So, okay, I will just tune in for a few seconds. So Libra, this is your future, this is your now, and this is the past. So the past is June, present now is July, and future will be in August. You can check this reading several times, a couple of times during this period, because the things that you don't really get right now, it might be that you understand them better when some time has passed and some of the events have been taking place. So, the first card for you, Libra, is the Magician. The Magician is Mercury, and it's about communication. So, communication might have been important in June. The Magician is also action. You need to take action. This is the creative process. This is how you create things in your life, how you play things forth. First you dream about them. You dream about what you want to be when you grow up, what kind of partner you want to have, what kind of house you want to live in, what kind of beautiful career and life outcome you want for yourself. So you dream, but you don't dream in anticipation. You dream and then you let go of your dream. It's like shooting an arrow, and you just let it hit the mark, and then you shoot more arrows, more dreams. So your thoughts become the house you live in. It's very beautiful. It's how God is described to have created the earth as well, with words. So words are very important. The words that you say and the action that you do, that you show what you mean. Also, not only in words but also in action. So the Magician is kind of telling that you have a lot of responsibility for your own life. You can see this how you are mirroring yourself in your life and the certain pattern that you have in your life. Not everyone has the same pattern as do you. Probably people around you have different patterns and kind of pit holes they fall into, mistakes that they do over and over again than you do. So we all have our thought patterns that kind of create our lives, and sometimes our thought patterns is repetitive, so patterns will also repeat in our lives. So you have a lot of responsibility. It's like you're holding a fire hose of energy, and you need to know that you are directing it in the right direction. So because what you think of will be created. And also in this time we are getting more responsibility than we ever have had before, because if we were truly to manifest the things that we were thinking about, human beings are thinking maybe more than 50% anyway, negative thoughts, and thinking that, oh, this won't go well, or this will happen, or they did this to me, and things like this. So if we were truly to get our thoughts created and we weren't protected from our own energy, we would really have hell on earth. Now it's just half hell and half not. And now we'll get more and more responsibility. So you need to grow to the task and get your mind more and more clear, especially for you being an air sign. You need to have your head clear. There need to be empty space and not thinking about troubles and problems all the time. It needs to be a clear space. And when you think, it should be about how you can learn from the past and how you can create something better for yourself in the future. Not thinking what went wrong and how terrible that was, because soon enough we will start to create this havoc in our lives. And here you have a little page of wands as well. I think we had some similar reading for Gemini in June 16 to 30. I just came up with this thought right now, so it's for some of you this reading might also hit off. So with the page of wands, it's your pure soul, it's your pure soul energy, it's the connection that you have with the divine and being this creator up on earth. This is of course a fire sign, but you yourself can have all different aspects. The magician has the ability to use all the elements: earth, fire, wind, and water. It doesn't matter if you're an air sign. You can use fire to create. And fire, how do you use fire? Fire is passion. Fire is lust for life. It's longing. It's being fully alive. It's a longing for social situation. It's longing for gatherings. It's longing for expressing themselves and talking with other people. It's also a very sexual energy, to be frank. And so this might be messages. It might have come like an important message to you, or you are dreaming for an important vision to the world. It's something very creative anyway. And this with the fire hose, it's now more it's more than this. It's twice. It's a very creative energy times two. But we have a lot of things happening also with fire signs this month, especially Leo. No, this is in June, so don't mind this. But we have a lot of happen with fire anyway. Sagittarius, we have Saturn moving retrograde in Sagittarius. Saturn is a very strict teacher. Do you really want to create this? Is this what you really want to create? It's asking with this Sagittarius energy, because Sagittarius is very goal oriented. It's like this arrow, and Saturn is moving retrograde to kind of check that this what you are thinking is really what you want to have in your life. How you are acting is really how you want this to play out, because you can't put responsibility into other people's hand now. What you do is what you are going to have to deal with. You are making your bed here in June with this power. You have been granted this power. So it's very nice. And here we have a Four of Cups, and that's kind of typical Libra to ponder upon this for quite some time, because you want to have balance. You don't want to have quick, fiery decisions. You want to ponder on things. And the Four of Cups is, it's a very masculine card. It's number 4, so it's stability. Not very passionate at all. So it's a totally different energy from this what we saw here. The Four of Cups is, it's a person dreaming, so that's good. It's a person envisioning, but they are not taking action. So I think you're dreaming about love, and maybe you're starting to envision your soulmate or your perfect partner if you're single, or you envision how you want to have your life with your partner that you're currently living with. You might see more, you might have a bit of difficulties in the relationship. It's like you're satisfied but yet not, and you see room for improvement. With the Four of Cups, you might have been offered a gift here, a gift, someone holding a cup in front of you, offering love, and you might have hesitated with to take this chance or not. The 4 is an energy of power. You want to keep in power. You don't want other people to decide your life. You don't want to take a chance with something because it might not be what you want. It's a little bit square personality, staying in their the place where they feel comfortable, not want to go and seek adventure so much. And this is a very adventure-seeking energy, so it's clashing a little bit here. The next card is the Knight of Swords, so that's probably you. It might also be Gemini or Aquarius or another Libra. So it might be you that has given someone an opportunity of love, and they are hesitating because the Knight of Swords is usually Gemini. So it's this thinking back and forth. Should I or shouldn't I? Is this good for me or not? What bad things can happen? What's the hurricane I see in the horizon? They want to have like a good grip on the situation. But Knight of Swords can also be hasty with their... it's a very on and off energy. Sometimes it can be very, very suspicious and judgmental and careful. And on the other hand, it can be really reckless and driving too fast with the car and risking everything. So, but we have this Four of Cups energy in the middle, and the Page of Wands is emphasized twice. So this Knight energy is probably holding the Four of Cups, pondering, will I take this or not? This twin, making yourself crazy with thoughts maybe. And here you have a King of Swords. So we see this is definitely two different people, but we see air people doesn't always have to be airy. They can be very fiery. It depends on what's in your chart and your overall personality. Sometimes you're not resembling your star sign at all. It can be some other sign that's actually more for you, because you have some mix that is making this happen. So we can see here that it's two. We'll take them away from the glare from the candle there. So you will see that this is a very fiery energy, Mercury and pure fire. And this is Gemini and this is Aquarius. So this is the air compartment. It's a Knight and it's a King. Libra usually comes as the Queen of Swords. So it's saying that you could be either, but this is air. So this is a very thoughtful energy. So I think this thoughtful energy is having the grip on the situation, not making it move forward. It's kind of a stalemate. It's not happening much. It's a dream of something you could have, but you're not actually going out and grabbing it. The King of Swords is it's rather ice cold. It's very it wants to do good. It sees the world in black and white, and it has this very clear judgment skill, being able to spot a person and see their personality and what will happen in the future, like with the instinct like this. So it's a very intuitive energy with direct contact to the divine, we can say. But the King of Swords, it wants to have control, and it's like this square. So it might be a very controlled person, or a person not being able to take a chance because they don't know what this chance will mean. So it's like not living the life fully, but actually living it in a little bit of a controlled fashion. The King of Swords, though, sometimes act like this because they don't want to create fuss in someone else's life. They are very responsible. They do what they think is best for not only themselves but for everyone. So therefore they are a very good judge. But sometimes they forget about the feelings. So they make a judgment that's very clear and precise and cutting, and forget about that there's feelings in the picture, that maybe you can cut someone off because swords are used to cut. But if you do, maybe you still will reminiscing a situation or a person, and that might go on for years on end, and that would actually make this person very bitter. Because what they calculated didn't fall out as they hoped. And if you miss out on opportunities, that is usually what you regret later in life. Not that you took the chance and failed, because failure is what makes us this skilled and this having this ability to see things from above with clear, direct experience. So you are supposed to mess things up a little bit. You are supposed to take chances. You are supposed to do things with a more... You are supposed to live your life fully. You're not supposed to wait until it's over and then look at all the chances that you missed. So in June there's some... it's fire and it's air, so it's very it's very fiery, because fire and oxygen, it's a flary mix. So the Four of Cups might be to not have more quarrels or not have more dramas. This might be a very fiery combination, a very sometimes angry combination even. So it might be that someone has taken a very clear decision to get peace here, peace on earth, because this is a peaceful situation. Not much is happening, but it's peace anyway. And it's a very beautiful picture. This person is enjoying nature and the company of his own, and it's we can almost see like it's a dimming morning light, so it's very hopeful yet, even though he's old and thinking about something. And my thoughts, of course, goes to what I said with thinking about lost opportunities. So June might be a time for lost opportunities. For some, it doesn't have to be you. As I said, you can be the one that has had the fire ignition and tried to make things happen and offered love. And someone else might have been a bit suspicious. And this is actually showing you what you need to take in. Because if you are this fiery energy, you are probably need to learn from this air energy, becoming more aloof. Becoming less eager, becoming more calculating. And if you were air, you need to become more passion, live your life fully, taking risk and chances. This is what this person already knows, but it doesn't know about this being able to judge and see things clearly and have this very tall outlook on life, being able to spot dangers miles ahead. So they need to get this energy to learn this, to be more warrior-like in some way, being able to calculate the person's next move, becoming more judgmental, and this energy needs to become more childish and alive. So they can really learn from each other, those two. Okay. So the next line of cards is, this is in June and this is in July. So the first card, I'm sorry for the flare, there's sun coming in there. So here we have the King of Coins coming in July underneath the Magician. So King of Coins can be Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. It's usually Capricorn energy. And it comes underneath the Magician. So it might mean that you have met someone new, or you're communicating with someone that's an earth sign. This Magician Page of Wands energy, it wants to have life in its life, and just because this air energy might not have been able to, they have their back turned, so you see they might not see this opportunity even. Maybe this is maybe you love someone and you haven't told them, and you don't think that this person is interested, so you're kind of moving on here with the Magician and the Page of Wands. You're moving on, maybe to another person, maybe to a earth sign person instead. It might also be like this, that you have grown into this King of Coins. We have the King of Swords here, and now comes the King of Coins. It's a storyline. It's going like this as well, and it's going upside down and in crosses and everywhere, but the storyline is like this: King of Swords, King of Coins. So there might be two kings. You might have two suitors that you are choosing from, or you might be interested in two people, or you might have a rival. That might be the thing as well, that you have someone your partner has someone else, or you have a rival. They haven't decided upon you. So the King of Coins is, I know that air has been working very hard to take in earth energy, to actually be able to not just vision things, but to make this vicious, those visions being able to manifest on earth. King of Coins is someone that have their shit together, work-wise, family-wise, living arrangement, and it comes underneath the Magician, so it's emphasized. This is a skilled person, a person being able to make whatever they want in their lives. They are very crafty. They can handle the energy of earth, being able to manifest things. If they dream about buying a thing or changing career, they will actually do it with this energy. It's a doer. It's a person with a lot of energy. It's a person with a lot of visions. It's a person that's also being able to put those visions to ground and harvest from it. It's not a knight, so it's not just, it's actually the one that makes the harvest, that collects the riches. So King of Coins is also very square. So if you have made a very good life for yourself, sometimes we can see with people that they get more sheep. They don't want to, not like a sheep, but they can be like not want to give away their money or their time or things like this. So they become a little bit square in the tower sometimes. But this is just a bad trait of the King of Coins, that he can be just caring for his family, just caring for his own economy, just caring for his own future, and becoming a little bit egocentric, because he is the one that has put himself like on safe ground. So the King of Coins, I'm sorry for the lighting. So the next card here underneath the Page of Wands is the Emperor energy. So this little child energy is very decisive. It's very goal oriented as well, with the Emperor. It's coming King of Coins and Emperor here together. So it might be that you have met someone that's going to be your long-term partner, probably an earth sign. This is Aries also, and they are fire like this Page of Wands. Either you have taken really good charge over your life and decided what you are going to do with it, or you have met maybe a masculine energy, or you're working with the masculine energy. It's what I said, that this page energy needs to not give everything away. They need to be become a little bit more suspicious and not so naive and positive all the time, because that's a good personality trait, but it can sometimes put you into trouble. And this person knows all about avoiding trouble, and they need to get fire in their lives. So it seems like this person has been able to actually master their own energy and have boundaries, because both those person is about boundaries. It's also a very masculine energy, either husband, father. It might be a woman having this energy. It might be you having this energy. It's about being very forceful, knowing what you want to create in your life, and going with this goal and not backing down, and having very clear boundaries. It's the 4-4. So maybe the Page of Wands has learned a little bit about the force from this more. It's anyway what kind of the divine intended when they put those two people together. So good for you. You have been able to learn this skill. Yes, okay, so the next card that's really central is Two of Wands. So this is actually breaking the reading into two halves. It's Two of Wands. It's two people usually not speaking to each other, trying to prove that they can go without the other person. It's sliding doors. It's a moment in time where you can choose one thing or you will choose the other thing. And it's much like this Four of Cups energy. Should I or shouldn't I? In the need of making a choice, and a choice for that will actually make the other path that you can see withering away, and going with this path. So what you decide here will also decide your destiny. It's a very destined card, the Two of Wands, and you have again all the powers in your hand. So you decide what's going to happen. You can't decide if you are. You can't control other people. Other people has free will. So there is the limitations for your creations. And sometimes we are very challenged also by the divine. But here you have a lot of power. This is a lot of power cards. And this is splitting the reading in two. So this is going to be one story for one person, and this is the story for the other person. And they might intertwine because it comes very twin-like. It's so for some of you this will be a twin flame reading. It was one of my viewers pointed this out, that many of the readings that come right now is for twin flame relationships as well. Okay, so the next card is the 5 Fate card. So we can see here on each side it's very powerful. So both those entities here that we are reading about right now is very powerful. One is the Emperor, one is the High Priest. It's the Fate card here. The Fate card is about all known knowledge that has been built up by men, and this is the right kind of energy that wants to take care of this. They are holding those principles. It's like riders of justice. We know what we have learned up to now. It's like scientists almost. So we know what we have learned up till now, and we will stick to this because it's the safe route. It's the safe routine. And the Emperor energy is a little bit more adventures. We can see the sun behind here. The sun is the planet of Leo, and you have the same birds that you have in this card. So they have got this kind of vision right now. They have got the same kind of eagle eye, being able to spot a person and their personality. So being able to determine who will be let into their kingdom or not, and being able to create after their own head. They don't have to follow so much the religion. They need to do it to hold the people together, to not have revolution, but in reality, well, they might change religion even. We have seen this several times during the history with great emperors changing the old culture or the old routine. It starts with them. They are trendsetters. So here you have King of Coins, that's Capricorn. 5 Fate is Taurus. So again, with the earth energy. So this might be an earth energy person together with the Knight of Swords. It might be that both sides are very earthy right now, being able to manifest whatever they want. But the 5 Fate card is talking a lot about history, family tradition. Sorry for the lighting again. So I will make it a little, it's when I do like this, it's changing the light. So family history traditions, and this is also resembling that, taking care of you and yours, not giving anything away for free. So it's very powerful, both these sides becoming very powerful. Underneath the King of Swords, the kind of Aquarius card, or it's of course Libra in this case, but as I said, this doesn't have to be you. It can be the opposite energy that you need to take in, because fire needs to learn to become true fire and to take charge, and air needs to become being able to make judgment calls and fair judgments, being able to make fair judgments. So here is the moon. So this is the problem that I told you about with the King of Swords, that he has no connection with his feelings. And here's the moon, that's Cancer, that's very feeling. So you have Cancer Taurus, so it might be that you are involved with a Cancer Taurus, or your counterpart or your partner is involved with a Cancer Taurus, okay? And this is Capricorn Aries, okay? So it's a very odd relationship reading, because these two are not really relating. They actually seem to date other people and not talking. So it's interesting, but that's why this might be a lot for people acting like twin flames or being twin flames, okay? So with the moon card, I said this is the problem for the King of Swords, because he doesn't take feelings into consideration. And here it seems to haunt him and bite him in his heels, because the emotions are still there. And maybe that's the connection that we see here in this reading, that there's still emotions and maybe regrets, because with the moon, you are haunted by your own inner self. It's connected to the hermit stage, knowing thyself. If you want to know thyself, you need to know your feelings. You need to feel them and get the information about what you like and what you dislike. You can't make just a judgment call and cut off things and decide that this is how it's going to be. And your feelings are not tagging along. This is going to make you blue. It's going to make you depressed. It's going to make you sad. It's going to make you a kind of bitter old man, so, or woman. This king that can easily be a woman. We live in a very masculine world, and the strong has been like put in a heroic state, and almost all people has been trained to be warriors. For thousands of years we have trained to be warriors, and now we wonder why our kids can't sit still in the classroom. They are trained to be warriors, but also of course to obey orders. And this is now becoming shattered, because more and more people are making revolution because of the moon, because of the 9, the hermit, because of knowing themselves, becoming more individualistic. So we can see there's a split also here between those two energies, because the fate is the high priest, the thing that we already know, the library that we have already created for ourselves, the knowledge that we already have. But with the moon card, there's other things. That's revolution on your around the corner, because it's connected with the hermit. When you feel like something is off, you can't shake this feeling. It's going to drag you with it, and you're going to learn something new that you didn't know before. So this is a journey to the underworld, to the places with the sharks and sharp knives and the thieves and everything. And so I would urge you to actually, if you are anyhow, it's very good to write your dreams. The dreams is a direct connection to your subconscious. It might be able to tell you how you are reluctant to act, and how you are reluctant to how you usually decide of things, and what's your issues, what's your problems, what's your fall pits. So in the dreams, we are practicing to live our everyday life. So the dreams are important. And if you can't remember them, you can start to remember just the feeling that you have. You can write up the feeling that you have when you woke up. And if this was a color, or if you can remember just like a car or one person. So start with just the feeling. And then next week, maybe you will also reminiscing that, well, I dreamt about this person. And the week after that, you might also see how that person looked in that dream, and so on. So this will be when you open this door, it will become wider and wider, and you will get to know yourself more, and you will get better and better connection. So this is like an unbeatable combination, both logic and heart. So you're really connected, and you're starting to get your total Merkaba in order, both the soul and visions, but also being able to feel your feelings. So it's starting to flow here. So that's exactly what the doctor ordered for you. So I feel that it's more to say about this, but I will move on. And this next line, this is in July. In July, it seems like, yes, you have vacation. That was what I'm going to say. So you don't have to put an alarm on. And many of you will, in the Northern Hemisphere, will actually be on vacation. So you can start to make a dream journal, because you don't have to go up like really early in the morning. So you can start to excavate your dreams. Okay, so in July, there will be a split, like two roads splitting apart like this. One choosing this road, and one choosing the other road. Maybe with two different partners. So if you have... there's been some kind of split, some kind of, I don't see really divorce here. So maybe you're just separated, and probably moving on and being very stubborn as well. It seems, and it's very balanced, so it's very Libra-like. Next card, this is in the future. So here we have an 8 of coins. So this might be about work for you. Continue working on some project, continue working on some problems, solving problems in your everyday life, calculating something. Maybe you have gotten a letter as well to ponder upon, or an assignment of some sort. And it's, of course, it's math, it's geometry, sacred geometry. So for some of you, you're still working on the same project. There's an 8, so it's kind of tendency to relapse into old patterns, but it's a good 8. It's like you don't feel that all hope is gone, so you're still working on something. And the King of Coins and the Magician, it might be something that you have worked on, a project that you have worked on for a very long time, something that you have envisioned, and you don't want to let this go because you have invested a lot of energy into this. And the 8 of Coins is also like being called to the well of the divine, the wisdom well, and look deep down and see what more could have been done, or what more you can do in this situation. Being given advice, being called home a little bit to ponder this together with the divine. So if you have problem that you need to solve, ask for signs, ask for direction, road direction. The next card here underneath the Page of Wands, the Emperor, that's Aries. You have a King of Wands. King of Wands is usually Leo, but it can be Aries, Sagittarius also. This is again much like the Magician energy, and it's very much like the Emperor. So it's coming almost the same energy, emphasized one and again. Also the Page of Wands, even though it's very much younger energy, it's very more spiritual. It's having direct hotline to God, kind of. But this is more earthy. It's with Emperor and Kings, and it's a Magician, so it's the whole court being present here. The advisor and the actual king or Caesar. Some of you are dealing with the fire sign, definitely. Fire sign and earth sign. Maybe maybe water as well. So all elements seems to be present, and that's what the Magician is saying. You have all elements to your disposal. You can use it to create your life. So it comes a King of Wands. It's another king. You have many kings. So things are in the conclusive states. Things are, they're getting to the point where you need to make a decision, and that is, it's fully grown. So it's going to fall into either or other path. So it's a very decisive time, very destined time. And the next card is the Hangman. So it seems like the split between the two people here is going to continue. It's the Hangman, so it's hanging upside down. It's not getting any answers. It's losing money, losing pride, losing sometimes also things that you don't need anymore, control issues, attachments, things like this, ego. You also have the Mirror here, so it's a good time to be able to see yourself in this situation. So it seems like this energy is not going away, it's sticking on. And of course it has just passed a couple of months here. This is an initiation. It's about something that you need to do, something that you have learned, and now you need to act upon it and actually be a doer. It's like being pregnant and waiting for the actual moment when you should be giving birth. So it's like an initiation rite. It's like this maturity rite that you have with different cultures or all cultures. So it's growing up. It's about starting taking responsibility for your own actions and going through some difficult path, because you have both the Moon and the Hangman. Both of those are very much like challenges. It's not an easy route, but it's in a divine route. So follow it anyway. Try to do your best anyway. With the 8 of Coins here and the King of Wands energy, that's a lot of... it's very willing to do this work anyway. So use this energy to create things. Take in, if you are air, you definitely need to take in fire, become more decisive, become more authentic. And if you are this fiery side, you need to you probably need to think more clearly and more adult, becoming emotionally mature, I would say. Okay, and here we have a 9 of Coins. So 9 of Coins is coming underneath the Knight of Swords and the Fate card. It's Earth again. So this is card for singles. So it might be that you're ending up single. It's the Hermit energy again, together with the Moon. So, but this is Earth, Water, so it's very fertile. It might be very good for you to become, to be alone a little bit. This is the Hermit energy, 18, 1 + 8, 9. So, but this is the feminine side of the Hermit, going into your body, being in nature, being in luxurious surrounding. You had the 8 of Coins here and the 9 of Coins here. So it's about working on some project or doing something that's making you happy. It's a person that's being able to put themselves here very centered and calm and cool, even in the midst of this storm going on. So it's very beautiful. It's a beautiful way of handling things, very down to earth, very like taking care of yourself is what's called upon here. So it seems like the energy hasn't really changed. This is still, willing. It's still have this willingness, and this side is still more centered on what's best for them, or what's going to be the thing that's improving their life or making themselves happy. Okay, so you see also they have this connection with the birds. You have the birds here, the birds' wings. So I think you have a beautiful connection here with the divine. And but it's a card, it's very single, since it's very connected with the Hermit, but it's also very spiritual. Being able to find the divine and the connection to the divine through your own body. To being here and now, out in nature. With the 9 of Coins, it's also very good for money. Eight of Coins, Nine of Coins. It's a person being very skilled with not wasting their money. So that's a good thing. It's very mirror-like, as I said. It's the same. It's Earth, Earth here, Earth there. And the Magician and Knight of Swords. It's a very left brain energy, like thinking more than feeling, calculating, seeing things from different sides. It's a very visionary energy, so it's very like here. Okay, so the last card is the Justice card. So the Justice is of course for Libra, it's of course for you, but it's about that balance is needed, and justice is going to be made. And you have it underneath the Moon card, so it might be a little bit painful for you. And it's the Moon, Justice, and the Hangman, 11, 12. So it seems like you're going through some very serious things that you shouldn't take so serious, okay? Be light-hearted with this, because I don't want to see you spiral into depression. Both the Hangman and the Moon card can be a little bit about depression, and Justice might be very cold and detached, and things will they are like calling you on your actions. If you have done an action that wasn't really right, you might be having to face justice. For some of you, this might be like a really crucial time where you need to be very clear-headed and clear-hearted to be able to make the right decision here with the Justice. It's balance being restored, but it's very strict card. This might be the divorce I wasn't able to see here. It might come here instead. So with the Justice card, something that you need to be able to do something that you haven't been able to do before, to be able to walk past this Justice. It's guarding the door to your maturity. It's guarding the door, and it's not going to let you through until you have learned this with the feelings. Okay, so for you having this airy energy, it seems like you will end up single with some kind of blues. Okay, you will end up single in the month of August with some kind of blues and some kind of hard spiritual quest that you need to go through. And don't take it so serious. Don't be so alarmed by this. Just go with it. It might be a little bit painful, but it's just pain. It's just frequencies. It's just vibration. It doesn't really say something about you personally. It just wants you to grow. It's not judging you. It's not want you to be someone else. It just wants you to open like your shell and blossom. So go with this. Don't resist it, because what you resist persists. And if you are more the fire energy that has been doing a lot of stuff here, it might be time to let go. Okay, Hangman, Justice. It might be time to let go. There's not so much more for you to do here. Because this side apparently needs to go through some big changes before they can move on into a healthy relationship that's actually being connected with both head and heart. And you have the King of Coins here and the King of Wands cornered. And it's actually the same here, if we can see. This is Taurus and Libra, and this is Earth, Fire, Earth, Air. So it might be that you are going to stick on to a new partner, probably an Earth sign. Okay, but it's still disconnected a little bit. It's still about, on this side, it's still about you. It's still about being single. So maybe you have a partner, but not being able to connect with them, still not in an emotional way. So okay, I will take some cards from the Oracle of Vision. I will take one first for this. If you are the fire side, you are the one that has given the chance or dreamed the future and tried your best. Okay, so we have the Magician, and the 25 is the Magician, and it's 8, it's the Alchemist. So what can we say about this? It's of course connected here, and this is the process to make sand into gold. And we see that this person is not happy. He doesn't seem happy at all. He has the sun symbol in his forehead. So sun, you have the sun here. The sun is the planet, kind of, for Leo. This project will probably not be a fruitful one. But I will read a little bit like intro to those cards, so you will get some help with this. To see things more clearly. Misleading, illusion, and confusion. Sorry. Do not be misled by what you see around you. Be influenced by what you see. You live in a world which is a playground of illusion, full of false paths, false values, and false ideals. But you are not a part of that world. How we go about quantifying people and events is now increasingly based on new paradigms that can provide a false perspective both for viewed and viewer alike. So you need to see things like they really is, and try to be very clear-minded here. It's with direct, what we experience and how we interact is often indirect and from a distance. Physical interaction that would normally have provided all of our senses an opportunity for feedback and assessment is now increasingly being replaced by virtual alternatives. So it's this with the cliff, the rift between here. You are not seeing things as they really are. You might be ending up in an illusion. And with the 8 here, it might be a lot of misunderstandings between people as well. A lot of misassumptions since it's no communication. Goals, dedication process. When we are motivated by goals that have deep meaning, by dreams that need completion, by pure love that needs expressing, that's when we are truly live life. So it's kind of supporting this this passionate energy. This card is a reminder to stay focused on the goal and to continue apply the required self-discipline. It will be worth it in the end. So his sad face will be worth it in the end when he has been able to make gold out of lesser metals, or gold into sand instead of sand into gold. So it's the Alchemist. And this is, of course, making yourself to gold, going in this spiritual process of becoming gold, becoming whole. This is when you learn, when you as a fire, you as the passionate person learn this about becoming more leveled and emotionally detached from situation that's not good for you, you will be able to become more whole. And this is actually your passage. Okay, passage of right. And now I will take for if you are feeling more connected with the air side. So I will take some advice cards for you. That one, holding the key, and okay. So here is the 31. It's a master holding the key. So it seems like you hold the key to this situation, and it's a golden string in this, and it's a Pisces symbol there, and it's a little bit like Libra symbol there. So you hold the keys to this situation, and this being in nature could help you solve this situation and make a final conclusion. This is almost like this key card. So it's talking about those 2 lost cards. And I will read this for you as well. See here, can be a little bit quick about this. We take the 31 here, see, the right. Okay. This is secrecy, confidentiality. Every relationship between 2 individuals or 2 groups will be characterized by the ratio of secrecy that's involved in it. So I think that the fire person is being in an illusion because of the secrecy of the air person. The air person holds some kind of secret. It might be how they are currently feeling, or what they are really doing. It's with the moon again, illusions. Maybe themselves doesn't know really, so they are not able to tell you. And what's coming up for me is that some people might come off as cold. You see, this person is also almost like a grieving widow. So they might come off as cold, but underneath the surface, if you had the key to the box here, you would see a different story. There will be a different story. They might be more attached to this situation than what you can see. So if you are the air side, you have the key here to make this happen, to either reconnect or disconnect. You have the key to this, and it's like you're waiting maybe for the right moment in time to have answers coming to you as well, because maybe you don't know. This is a person fishing together with a king's fisher, and the beautiful fishes there in the lake as well. Patience, waiting for the right moment. Time is but a stream I go a-fishing in. I drink at it, but while I drink I see the sandy bottom and detect how shallow it is. Its thin current slides away, but eternity remains. We must be wary of being too indulgent and devoting too much time waiting for some imagined perfect moment, person or thing. Worthy opportunities may be lost if they are overlooked in anticipation of some intangible better option to arrive. So it might be that this air side is thinking that they don't want to take the opportunity with the fire because they are waiting for better things to come along, and they are checking different alternatives. Earth, water, they might be mingling with other people, so that might be the secret, and they are trying to fish for something better. And if they come back, they might have found out that, well, there was not so much fishes in the lake available that they were actually being able to connect with. This is ending up like a single here. Maybe the grass isn't greener on the other side is what I'm trying to say to you. Maybe maybe you need to live your life more here and now, and not waiting for a perfect moment that will never come, or a perfect person, or the perfect job, or the perfect opportunity. So it's some kind of secret. You have not been being honest or frank, or you have to keep secrets because you didn't want to hurt someone. You didn't want to hurt their feelings. That might be the thing as well. Okay, so I've been talking way too long. I'll take a past life oracle card for you also. We have forgiveness, orphan, and Atlantis. So for some of you, again, this will be about twin flames, because the Atlantis rift was when twin flames were rifted apart, and we become like two groups, always taking one side of the yin and yang. You have the yin and yang here, and not ever being able to unite again. So it's a little bit sad story, making you feel orphan and alienated and alone. So forgiveness is the key here, to forgive. So I think why this reading is coming like this, even though there's a total rift. So why are they talking about this old relationship that's obviously over, instead of talking about the thing that's actually going on? It's probably because this is like a destined relationship that's not maybe not there for you to live happily ever after, but making you aware of something, a rift within yourself, making yourself more whole by forgiving and reconnecting, and opening your heart space, things like this. Okay, so I hope this helped, and I want you to take really good care. I will probably come back with the readings for August, like 17. I will start with them July 17, I reckon. Okay, so take really good care. Bye bye.